If anybody can let me know if audio is okay on YouTube and TikTok. Please, is audio okay on YouTube and TikTok? And then I'll get started from audio is okay. This is the time before to let me know if audio is okay, otherwise I'll get started. It's a long presentation, I won't be able to edit anything. So if you guys can hear one and okay, I'll get started. One second. Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another Saturday presentation. Today, Saturday, November 16, 12:21 p.m. Eastern, and I'll be your host today to present what this business is about, what this company is about, and everything. So I have a lot of audience joining online on TikTok, as well as audio on YouTube. So if I can get a final audio test, because of course it's a 5-hour presentation, and I just want to make sure the audio is okay now before I start talking. So if I can get a confirmation, somebody, I know a few users are watching, and a few have joined on TikTok. Of course, in person we have no problem. Just want to get a confirmation these mics are okay, so I'll get started. Okay, good. Welcome everybody. Always, every Saturday, I start my presentation with one quotation that I'm really, really fond of, and the quotation goes by like this. They say sky's the limit for ambition. We say sky is the beginning. And that is absolutely true for the type of business that I'm about. It is online trading. You can make significant amount of money online trading, sitting at home just in front of a computer, and just with a few clicking of a buttons, you're able to now trade with very good robust. Before I begin, every Saturday I would like to go over some of the disclaimers and wanted to let you know this is some terms, disclaimers, agreements, disclosures and all. I like to present it on every Saturday. Why? Because that sets a tone of exactly whatever company does, whatever expectations are, what can you expect from us, and what can we deliver to you. So I know it's hard to read. This agreement is quite small, but you guys can go on SuperAreascom at the bottom, and the whole agreement is written there. It boils down to three things. We are not account managers. We're not going to take your money and invest in somewhere. We're not going to manage your funded accounts. We're not going to manage your real money. We are not going to tell you where to buy, where to sell, how to enter, all of those things. So if you choose to invest your money, that's great in any of these brokers. If you choose to make a profit, congratulations. But if you lost, we're not responsible for your wins. We're not responsible for your losses, and I'll explain why that is. Because end of the day, we are a software consulting company, and we have written a software that helps you get into trading. So anybody who's new, you have traded before, previously?
No, it's stocks.
Okay, stocks. You have done stocks. Okay, no problem. So you have some experience on how the trading works, right? So I'll explain you what our roles are and what can you expect from us, from this institute, this organization. So what do we give you? What do you get out of all of that? So the way presentation every Saturday goes, we didn't have a presentation last Saturday because of a long weekend, and we had the Veterans Day in US and Remembrance Day in Canada. The structure of the presentation is as follows. From around 12 to 2, we give you very basic beginner understanding on how trading works, because some users are joining us for the first time. And so I like to go through every Saturday some of the basic things. And of course, from 12 to 5, we like to go in the advanced trading concepts, like how funded account works and how you are able to make money with very little investment and no investment of yours. So that's what we focus on. Nearly 5 hours. Of course, we started around 12:15 today, 12:20. So around 2 o'clock, we'll take a break, and then we'll go over it to see how, if you have questions. Of course, every Saturday, these events are streamed through our social media accounts. So right now, it is broadcasted on our YouTube channel, on our TikTok channel. However, cameras are facing me. So unless you come up here and stand in front of the camera, that's fine, but your audio may get picked up, so just a disclaimer that your audio may get recorded. We like to do these presentations, small audience or big, doesn't matter, as a question and answer format. So as I'll run through my presentation, and then as you have questions, you will do question and answer style. Much easier, that how much money I can make, what is it there for me, how much time I have to give, and so on and so forth. So about us, of course, I wrote 44.9 years in the making. Why? Very soon I'm going to turn 45. So it has taken me 45 years to make this presentation, and I've been doing trading for at least 2 decades. How it all works is I've been involved in trading as back as when you had to call an order desk in order to buy a stock and look at the performance through the newspaper. And so the whole technology has evolved. And today the trading has become much easier. You just sit in front of your computer, you open it up, you look at a few charts, and then you're able to, at least. So 15 to 17 years this organization has been running. We're not new into trading. It's just we opened up this office last year. Now we are promoting our services through online. How did you hear about us when you? Through a friend. Through a friend says, go check these guys out. So for the last at least doing this as a lifetime license for our software, and now we're doing a subscription model for new users to come and understand how our software works. So about us, this is an article. This is an article that I went to Conestoga College in Kitchener. This is November 6th. I went to school to study computer programming, right? And this is me representing Canada in a gold medal for information technology. So my understanding of software, how software works, goes at least 2 decades in terms of understanding writing software for different platforms, different industries. So we live and breathe software in terms of writing software, updating client relations, all of it. So lately we have been writing software now for this trading business, that how to analyze the data. Of course, why are you here? What are we selling? Anybody can learn. It's not something that if you have no experience, of course, you're able to get involved with. So you don't need to have a prior experience in order to get into trading. So that's a bit of a hope in terms of if you have never traded before, it's an easy to use system that you're able to understand. And I'll go through over, so what will we talk about is an interactive session. Again, small crowd online, a bit of a crowd here starting to join our live stream. What is trading? Cost versus benefit, discipline, human behavior, time. Is trading gambling, and why do we sell our? You're able to make significant amount of money without investing your own funds through these called funded accounts. And so we begin you teaching with futures. What is futures? Futures trading is very simple. I'm going to write something here, gold, and let's put a price of $2,600. This is an ounce of gold price. I know you have done stocks. In futures, you just have to kind of look at the direction of it. Is the gold price going up or down? That's it. You don't, to keep it simple, that how futures contracts work is, just so new users don't get confused, your job is 23 hours a day. So the market is open 23 hours a day. Your job is just to predict if the price of gold is going up or going down. I just wrote gold as an example, but you're able to do gold, natural gas, crude oil, S&P 500, Nasdaq, Dow, Russell. You can do index, and you just like options where you are shorting it based or buying it based on a price that will be having a strike price in a week from now, 2 weeks from now, a month from now. Futures positions are very easier. Easier is you can sit and make your money in a matter of minutes. So high risk, high reward. You don't have to own gold. You don't have to do it. Just invest a little bit of money in terms of opening a position. If gold price moves up $1 or goes down $1, you make $100. So all gold has to do is go from 2,600 to 2,601, and you will see a profit of $100. If gold price goes to 2,601 to 2,599, you can still see a profit of $100. So regardless of where the price goes, as long as your direction is right. So, and you don't have to do anything whatsoever. You don't have to invest into gold. You're just holding a piece of contract and you're betting it against what will be the price in next 1 minute, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes. You just have to close a position at 5 o'clock. And we get you into day trading. We are not a position trading. So at the beginning, as a new trader, we'll get you into trading for maybe a couple hours a day, maybe 90 minutes maximum, from 9 a.m. to 11. If you're doing the evening session, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. If you're doing the early morning session, European session, 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. So this is how you're going to get into trading. Sit in front of a computer and just predict if the price is going to go up or down. That is it. That's how futures trading works. So I know there's lots of trading options for you to do. Stocks, options, crypto. You can do CFDs, EFTs, forex, lots of, but I have to get you started somewhere, right? So the somewhere is we go and focus on futures. And within futures, we specifically focus on S&P 500, Nasdaq, Russell, Dow, few indices, as well as if you're looking at maybe crude oil, natural gas. So your job whole day is just to predict which way the price will go. Now, if the price goes against you, you lose money. Now, if the price goes with you, you make money. So that is all you have to do. Now, we have the software that we have built together. Let me show you the, let's go to the software. So this is what the software looks like. A new trader needs to know a few things. You're just predicting the price, and our software will help you predict the price in a very, very effective way. Like I said, there are just some mathematical equations happening in the background. As a software developer, we just wrote them for you. Your job is just to open up the computer and just to see what is the background color. That's it. If the background color is green, you're buying. If background color is red, you're selling. So computer is doing all the work for you. All of this, you don't have to draw a single line, nothing. Just computer is saying, hey, this is the best price to buy, best price to sell. Because remember, in a case like gold, in case like this software that you're watching, all the mathematical equations are done for you. For example, there is a mathematical equation called relative strength index, how that is calculated. There is something called moving averages. There is something called, but a new trader takes a long time to understand that and says, all right, so how do I get started? So we have eliminated all the hard work for you. So all you have to do is, hey, two things. Because you want to predict if the price is going up or down. So if the background color is red, stay in selling. If the background color is green, stay in buying. We will tell you how to put a stop loss, how to put a trailing, how to put it all. Like all the material is on our website that shows you how to operate our piece of software. So it's built on NinjaTrader. You're able to download this for free. You can, since you just signed up the trial. So my recommendation is to go through our beginner NinjaTrader guide that tells you on how to use this. So the idea is what these two lines mean. What does this line mean? So it will take you a little bit of a time to understand how it works, but you don't have to think. Software is doing all the work. It's saying if it's green, put a buy order. If it's red, put a sell order. That's it. Rest, and it will tell you where to put a stop loss in. meaning that if the color changes, because if the prediction goes wrong, because there are many events happening during the day. There's earnings happening, there's news, there's forecasted news. So you have to be aware of all of that. But as a beginner, if you sold right here, you sold right here, you sold right here, your target of $200, $300, $400, $500 a day is very, very easy. So you just have to simply watch the colors and look at, because in the morning we do that brief for you. So I'm not sure if Friday you were able to listen to our morning brief that we did this Friday. Okay. So because then listen to our commentary, and that commentary works from 9 a.m. to all the way to 1 p.m. every day. Friday 1 p.m. normally till 2 o'clock. So Monday to Friday, you're able to connect to us through Zoom. You're able to connect to us. You are able to come to this. You can connect to Zoom. You can send us so lots of options for you in order to connect you to our live stream. So any questions while I'm okay. So like what were you trading before? Stocks mostly, right? Only reason I don't recommend stocks for a lot of beginners is they have no idea how to read the analysis, like technical analysis, fun. Because let's say if you pick NVIDIA stock, Tesla stock, Microsoft, anything blue chip, or even Amazon, Walmart, you have to analyze quite a few things in order to make a prediction if it's worthwhile to invest, if the stock has hit low, if a stock has hit high, and that's how. But with futures, the life is much easier. Life is, hey, you go in with a funded account. We never, ever ask you to invest your own money. So once you're done your trial, you're going to be signing up with a futures funded account. And that generally costs like $30. It's not much, and they'll give you a capital of $1,500. And that's where your evaluation will start, that if you are able to trade properly. So the roadmap we will set up for you is try the software 14 days, see how you like it. And if you feel this is a good enough software that can help you get into trading easier, then you will never invest your own money. Never, ever. At the beginning, at least, for first 6 months, first 3 months, we don't want you to invest your own money. The job is, there are many companies out there who are looking for traders, and we will connect you with them. So, for example, there's a company called Legends, and they charge $50, and they will test your skill if you're able to trade futures. So the company is Legends Trading. You can go and check it out on our website. Click on the banner. So Legends, what they charge you is they will charge you $50, and they will give you $1,500 worth of capital. So what's the goal? The goal is to make $1,500. And if you're able to prove that, hey, you understand futures trading now, they will contract you out, and you can eventually manage their money as well. So you don't have to invest into futures trading with your own capital. So that's the goal altogether. How futures trading works, it's very, once you learn it through the software, and the software makes it so easy for you in order to take an entry. So you can ask me any questions.
Yeah, these charts, this software are available for anything, gold?
Yes. So the software works for futures, stocks, options, crypto, indices, crude oil, anything. So this is a universal software. It's not only the software for futures. This is for everything possible. Like, so once you are able to understand, you can analyze Apple on it, you can analyze Amazon on it, you can analyze anything. It's just an analysis tool that helps you understand what is market doing. So rather than you trying to make that decision, you use the help of the software to be able to make it. So let's say I shorted Tesla. So because software predicted that Tesla is severely overbought in a matter of 5 days, it went from 220 to 350. So it was beyond any, well, that was pretty obvious. You didn't need a rocket science degree to be able to predict market has gone so high. And this is what happened in last 2 days. Tesla started to come down. I came down to around 311 or so. Still overbought, in my opinion. Maybe 250 is reasonable, 230 from 220 to 250. But what is not reasonable is 350, right? So, yeah, shorting Tesla was in that was a good. So again, it's good for options. It's good for stocks. It's good to analyze anything. So you don't have to just analyze futures.
When we take a funded account, we can do only
Futures.
futures.
Yes.
And for the other one, we can see here.
Yes, and trade on yours.
Trade on
So you can use the software, and you can trade on Interactive Broker. You can trade on Wealthsimple. You can trade on anything.
Yeah, I saw the name Wealthsimple on your website.
Yes.
And,
So basically in Canada, you can connect with Wealthsimple, just like Interactive, and their platform is much easier to use.
I have a account with
So
Wealthsimple.
you can do stocks, and you can do options, and you can do crypto now
Okay.
on Wealthsimple. So you just have to use your own funds, because Wealthsimple, AMP Futures, GFF Futures, they're all regulated brokers.
Wealthsimple, do they do also futures?
No, options and options, stocks, crypto.
Yeah.
So that's all they do.
I have some stocks.
The price is so high, then I would say, all right, this Friday, the strike price is going to be, so I picked up the Friday was 325. So I sold it maybe before even the strike price got of the pricing. So there are some funded companies that allow you to do CFDs. So CFD companies, FTMO. FTMO is a great company. We're doing, a few of our students are doing, or spot prices. So you're able to do it easier.
And you said we can put trailing stop also.
Oh yeah, you can put trailing stop. You can put all of that automatically. There's no particular way, like one fixed way, but you can, if you want to trail by 4 ticks, 8 ticks, 10 ticks, because the whole futures is generally working with ticks rather than pips. So if you are doing futures and you want to scalp for 4 ticks or 8 ticks, so for example, right here right here, if this is the software is saying sell from here.
Right.
So if you sold right here on this particular, let me take the mouse here. So if you sold here, from here, if you sold at 59, price went as low as 59.01, that's 3 points, 3 points and 12 ticks. So that's $150 worth of profit in a matter of. So there's a lot of movement happening on the futures market daily. You can go and pick it up, and so fastest way to earn money is futures.
One candle
It's 10 ticks.
Yeah, one is what you call a candle?
It's a candle. It's a candle. One candle is 10 ticks in our software.
10 ticks.
Yes. So if you have to come up with a plan with a funded company, because Legend says you can only make, let's say, $450 a day. There's a rule that it tells you to stay within the target.
Right.
So the targets are for Legends, like you have to, first target is make $1,500. Make sure you don't lose $1,500. Third target is do this, and the last position is make sure you stay within $450 a day. 7 days. So 7 days. So they don't want you to make the money earlier, because they want to see a bit of a consistency. Because if they want to hire you, right? So the idea is on any funded company is they want to see the consistency that you're able to do. And there are many companies out there. Some are one company went bankrupt last week called Fast Track Trading. So we had quite a few students on it. But Fast Track Trading, only issue with them is this is a 2-stage where they want you to do evaluation first and then go into the round 2. Fast Track Trading only did 1. They said straight into a PA performance account, and they kind of really messed up quite a few traders out there. So unfortunately, like we're part of it, we're trying to get refunds from Fast Track Trading now. So there are many firms that we are affiliated with that you're able to, let's say Apex is there, Legends there, Bullnox is there, Tradify is there, Purdia is there, Legends is there, all FTMO is there. So many companies that give you an opportunity to trade or learn to trade without risking your capital. Because I don't care if you have $1 million from a different business. I don't care you have no money. But if you want to get into trading, the goal is to make sure that you're able to first understand trading. How to enter, how to buy, how to sell, how to put a stop loss, how to trail, how to understand the zones or support and resistance areas. So a person who's just coming on into trading and they say, okay, I have some budget. $5 grand, 10 grand, 15 grand, 50, I don't care. No, you're not putting your own money until you can prove to us as to our organization that you're able to trade with their funds. Because for $50, if you are not able to manage $1,500, you're not going to be able to do well with your own money. So the goal is to make sure that you first prove yourself that, hey, I'm able to, because what will happen is if I get you into trading and you lose $1,000, you're gonna say, no, trading is not for me, right? So the goal is to make sure that you trade with funded company for at least 3 months. And then you understand, all right, I understand the psychology of risk management. I understand the psychology of capital management, and I understand fundamentals, technicals, everything. And then you say, all right, how much loss can I take in a particular trade? All of those things is much easier to risk $50 than your own money, right? So funded companies, we highly recommend them.
This, you said 1,500 plus 1,500 minus and $450 a day.
A day profit. And that's the maximum profit.
And, but if you make $400,
that's fine.
It
that
takes 4 days.
Yeah, it is fine. But what they want to see is a bit of a spread in a consistency that this person is coming in every day and they're making 200, 300, 400, 500. Yes, like I managed to do those things in 6 days, right? Mm-hmm. With the small minis and micros going a bit small. So yesterday, I did this in 6 days. The 200, 300, 200 per account. And yesterday, I spoke to them. They said, you cannot flip. What is a flip? Flip means just go in and trade for 10 seconds, 1 second, make $1 or lose $1 and get out. So then I logged back in and I made $100. So yes, you will pass your exam in $1,500. But if you have 450 in 4 or 5 days, then you have missing days. So they want to make sure that you do at least 7 days of trading and then at least $1,500 of trading. So that's mandatory. So
And yeah, this software is explained in which video?
it's a video number. If you go on SuperAreascom, click on course training videos.
Course training.
Videos, and then you're able to go down and first watch all the 4 lectures that tells you about futures trading, and then at the bottom it says how to use NinjaTrader, and it's a 2.5-hour video.
Course training, right?
Yes.
All right. Yeah,
So that will tell you how to use it, because in order to put a stop loss, because every platform is different, right? MetaTrader is different, CTrader is different, Nitro Quantower is different, like this one is different. So the idea is you should know how to put a stop loss, how to put a limit order, how to put a stop limit order, stop market order, all of those things it explains, because you have to understand how to watch your positions, how to make sure you're able to trade. Let's say if you get disconnected and you're doing a funded account and trade of it is down, what is your backup options, that where do you gotta go? And so all of that is explained in those videos on. But the idea is to understand first, you turn on your computer, if the software is saying green, you're buying. If the software is saying red, you're selling. So all the technical analysis are done at our server side. Everything that we do, we will push it on your computer, so it gives you a live analysis and gives you a live actual understanding on how to watch it.
Stocks, if you want to use this for stocks.
Not for stocks, you have to get a service called Connect, Kinetick, Connect.
KINE.
It's not superstars, it's super areas. It's an algorithm for NinjaTrader.
Connect. Yeah, I saw them.
Yeah, Connect. So you can get Connect.
And with that one, if we have that service, who provides that service?
Connect. Those are the ones
Okay.
they provide.
In that service we have, then we can use this software for trade.
Yeah, you can do it for stocks too. You can do it for options. So SuperAreas.com. Yes, get the trial. The code is, you go SuperAreas.com. There's no fee to join. It's absolutely free for 14 days for you to download. And then if you like the service that we provide, then you can get the subscription. Yeah, so $300 per month is what we charge you after. But let's see how your trial goes, and if you're able to.
When I start this.
Yes,
feature
so
that
it's
right now I'm just buying from Google.
yes,
And before I was having a Thinkorswim,
yes.
and Thinkorswim is no more here now in Canada.
Not in Canada.
And that's why it's hard to analyze technically, and just to go on basics, fundamentals.
So what is SuperAreas.com? It is a algorithm that we have written for NinjaTrader, and that lets you analyze stocks, options, crypto, and we give you 10 market predictions every day. S&P 500, we give you levels. S&P 500 and Nasdaq, Russell, gold, crude oil, natural gas, and 3 currency pairs. So every day, Monday to Friday, we sit down, we give you a commentary, live trading, everything, of maybe a couple of stocks, and but the idea is to get you into futures trading, and with NinjaTrader you're able to analyze the market without drawing a single line. It's turnkey system. You download the software. We will help you get started as soon as possible. It's absolutely free. Yes, you can attach few strategies. You can write the alerts yourself. We have the code open, and then you can do RSI. You can do moving averages. You can do swing trading. You can do lots of those things are open for you inside the software, that you're able to write your custom strategies with it. Absolutely, no problem. But our software at a server side does all the analysis. If you look at for example, let me switch the screen. So let me show it right here. If you log in. So we also give you access to all of these levels.
When we log in the SuperAreas?
Yeah, SuperAreas, you can log in and you're able to get these levels as well, that which way the Nasdaq is going to go, which way S&P, crude oil, natural gas. So not only with the software, we give you 10 markets, support and resistance levels. So the idea is, because every day our software and algorithm predicts, and it predicts that, hey, which way the market can go. It doesn't know, but it has a prediction on both levels, that if this goes down, from which level it can bounce up, and if it goes up, from which level it can bounce up. For 10 markets, we're able to. You can come to our office at 1575 Trinity in Mississauga. You're able to. I'm here until 6 p.m. in the office. So which stocks you particularly played with?
And not specific to BNS.
Okay.
And that's and which BNS, like this, few of them. Sometimes, not very active trader. Sometimes I do. And, because I'm working as a.
Just download it. Go online, sign up for a free trial, and then you can do it on your own system. It's absolutely free. There's no cost for you to try this. So we can, so for example, right here is the Nasdaq areas that we print the support and resistance levels. And for every day, our computer algorithm shows which levels so we go intraday levels all the way up to level 4. Level 4 here, and then it shows if the market was able, and we've been doing this for last 15 years, the whole, for S&P, Nasdaq, Russell, Dow, crude oil, natural gas, and few currency pairs. अस्सलाम जी आ जाएं सर अल्लाह का शुक्र सर आप सुनाएं हाँ जी बिल्कुल बिल्कुल जी नो प्रॉब्लम नो प्रॉब्लम आज मार्केट मंडे टू क्रिप्टो मार्केट 24 खुली होती है बट not futures बंद है future works 23 hours a day so it opens 6 p.m. until 5 p.m. so now it will open Sunday at 6 p.m. and then Monday at 5 o'clock it will close and then 1 hour it's closed and then opens again so the day starts at 6 p.m. So the evening session, then you have the European session, and then the New York session, morning and evening, and that's how it works.
Because this morning I logged in to Ninja.
No, the market is closed, right? So you can only, on weekends, you're able to play back the previous data to understand the algorithm a little bit more. Hey, where I could have bought it, sold it, things like that, you know? Yeah, it works for all markets, futures, options, crypto indices, and we are located in Toronto, Mississauga. We have 2 offices, and then you're able to connect, come here Monday to Friday. We have 2 floors. You can sit down, work with live traders, look at a funded account. You can do Apex, Bullnox, any Legends, FTMO, FTT. FTT is no longer in business. Fast Strike Trading went out, so our software helps you understand so we have written an algorithm for NinjaTrader, basically. And it's absolutely free for you to try. There's no cost. You can try the demo for. Yes, your trial will start soon. Because the prediction is if the market is going to go up or down, right? That's all we're trying to predict whole day. What would be the next move of Nasdaq? What would be the next move? So this is where all these mathematical equations come in, and you're able to look at it and say, all right, if the price, what could be the price and what is the best entry? So this is where the software comes in and says, all right, I'm analyzing the market, I'm scanning the market, order flows, price movement, RSI, Bollinger Bands, moving averages. You don't have to do anything. You just open it up and you're like, all right, I just need to get a skill of how to take a trade. Software is saying, so software is doing all the heavy lifting about, hey, so it tells you the best entry at this time. You're able to enter any time, but follow certain requirements. Hey, is the background green? I should be buying. If the background is red, I should be selling. And this is by far the best, one of the best softwares that helps you take that $50, $100, $200, $500. So in this, we are not in a trade for a long time, because the idea is to go in, grab maybe 8 ticks, 4 ticks, 12 ticks. So that within that one trade. And then as you scalp, let's say you put in 5 trades of $100 each. End of the day, your result is $500. So this is highly recommended for day traders. Yes, trading options, you do need a little bit extra money compared to when you're buying the number of contracts and based on the strike price, and not as much as stocks. Of course, stocks, you need the full capital to be able to go in, and then you're investing for a long term, maybe 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, a year, then you look at your returns, right? But in terms of futures, your job is truly to go ahead and just predict what is happening in next 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, right? And you're able to see, all right, that computer is saying if you bought it here, you can make $200 in that one trade, 400. So most of us here are not playing with, so we are doing high frequency trade, meaning that stay in the trade maybe a minute, 2 minutes or less, go in, grab, scalp your $50, $100, $200 and build on it, right? So much easier, much faster, much safer, especially with Nasdaq. If it gives you one swing, and 20 points is normal for Nasdaq to do a swing, or 5 points or 10. So if you take one mini on Nasdaq, you're able to make $100 much faster. If you do micros, then you're able to do much faster micro with maybe 2 lots. So that videos that you will watch will explain micros and minis, that what's the difference. If you have a smaller account, let's say Legends account of $1,500, you have, I recommend micros. Micros, 2, 3, 4 micros is fine, and then you can build on, because most of these companies allow you multiple accounts. Legends allows you 10 accounts. So when you have 10 accounts and you connect it with a copier, that's where the wealth generation comes, where you're able to, let's say, take a $1,500 account, pass it, graduate it, and get some money from them and reinvest and go, and you're able to go ahead and then take 10 Legends account and put them in a copier thing. So the way copier would work is you have Legends. So this is a bit advanced level. So trade copier. Is you're able to, there's an application, and then the one we use is called Flowbot. It's really good. You have a leader account. Let's say you have a Legends 01 as a leader account. It's called Flowbot. Yeah, it's $120 one time. So then you're able to connect multiple accounts And then you can connect 02, 03, 04, 05. Let's say you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 05 accounts. So whatever trade you will do on 01, it will copy on 02, 02, 03, 04, 05, and so on. So you can have a group of called legends. Then you can have Apex, a company called Apex. You can have 20 accounts there. All right?
Legend, how many?
Legends, you're allowed 10 accounts. 10 accounts. I prefer Legends over Apex because Legends has something called end of day.
Apex
So
20 count.
Apex allows you 20 accounts, but Apex has a lot of rules. I prefer, so there's a Legends, there is something called end of day. Apex has this rule that if you make in your trade, let's say $100, you took a trade and you saw $100 profit, and you didn't lock that profit and you didn't take it. What they will do is, and the price comes down to, let's say, $50, right? They will deduct that $50 from that threshold. Legends doesn't. Legend says, all right, because if you're trailing, price moves up and down, right? If you're trailing and the price goes from 100 to 200, but comes down to 100, they will give you that $100 profit, right? So
Legend is better.
Legends is highly recommended because it is the rule. No problem. So they don't have as strict rules as Apex, right? So
And how much legend?
$50. So Legends is $50, and they will give you a $1,500 capital.
The 25,000 count?
No, no.
50,000?
No, that's just an account size. This is how much you're able to lose. So I always look at how much money can you lose and for how much. So Apex is $30 for $1,500. That's an account size. So Apex has a slightly different.
Legend, $50 for.
Yeah, but account size is, you're right. Account size is called 25K. So account size is $25,000. So your goal is clear Legends, let's say $50. Now I'll give you a real example on how people are making wicked amount of money. Let's suppose you spent $50. You got a capital of $1,500. Okay, you're able to trade and you're able to make money. They have a lifetime fee of $150. So this is stage one.
Oh, that's for evaluation.
That's evaluation. So they have so stage two, they call it slightly different. They call it apprentice and master. So Legends has two stages, evaluation and performance. They call it apprentice and master.
$50 for $50.
Yes. So
The PA is,
PA is $150.
oh, that's one time.
That's one-time fee. Or if you want to go $85 a month. If they have two options, just like Apex. So they said pay one time or pay $85 a month. And they will give you $1,500 in same.
85 to 85.
Either $85 a month or I prefer $150.
Yeah.
Because why? You don't have a limit on how long you can trade for. You want to trade for a month, 2 months, 3 months. You just have paid the $150 and then you're happy. Then you don't have a recurring cost. If you trade for, because some people at the beginning are not able to complete their PA target in a month. So they're like, I want to go a bit slow. I'm going to make 50 here, 30 here, 100 here. until I know how to do the trading. So your cost is like what, $200 total? And the moment you complete the second challenge, your payout is $1,500, full payout.
For the valuation count,
Yes,
is there any time frame for it?
yes, 7 to 30 days.
7 to 30 days?
Yeah, so you gotta complete within 7 or anywhere as low as 7 days, as high as 30 days. So you have the full calendar for to be able to finish it, right?
Right.
So in PA, you don't have a deadline. You can take as long as you want, as long as you follow the same rule. You gotta close at 4:59, number one. You gotta make sure,
Not before 4 o'clock.
no, 5,
5 o'clock.
5. 4:50, I say 4:30, don't trade after. Like, so because you will forget and you will blow your account. You will lose this $250 right here. So the idea is that, and Legends, yes, Legends allows you to use high frequency, and yes, you can use it with NinjaTrader, correct, you're right. And that Legend does work with, and Legend doesn't, and it's end of the day, which is, I find it really, really good compared to Apex is live trailing threshold, and Legends is there, and you can click on our affiliate banner if that information makes sense for you. And the code, high frequency trading is allowed in Legends. So they have no restrictions. I've looked at it, I couldn't find any. And the affiliate code is SuperAreas70 if you're buying Legends. That you'll get a 70% off discount on that. So again, make 1,500 in PA. Don't lose 1,500. Do this indefinite because you don't have a time frame now. And close your trade at 5 o'clock and don't make more than 450 a day.
Right.
And you're fine. Then you will stay within the consistency rule.
Right.
So, however, there is one thing you should know in a PA account is until $1,500 that you have in your account, any money that you make, it doesn't count towards your threshold. So that's every funded account generally has a rule. The rule is, let me write it this way. So because some users will forget and they said, well, I made some money and I made $2,000, but I lost. So I like to write it this way, 25,000, 1,500. So this is your ledger, starting point. 26,600 and 0. I like to always explain every day during my every morning classes too, is your account balance is 25,000, right? Your account balance is 1,500 in terms of how much loss can you take, right? Let's say day number 1, I'm gonna write some trades. Day 2, you lost $100. Okay, can happen. You can have a bad day of trading. Let's say you lose $100. This is how you will write your journal, that I lost $100. Remember, your target doesn't move. Your target is always 26,600. So in a PA account, how much money you have to make? $1,600. So that's fixed. You will not get a payout until your account balance goes from 25,000 to 26,600.
Not 26,500?
It's 600. It's $100 more in a PA account. So they will not pay you Legends or Apex. Actually, Apex has newer, cute, crazier rules. I'll only talk about Legends. Is 2,600 is what you have to make. Okay? And make sure this $1,500 doesn't go to 0. If this goes to 0, now in this scenario, you know, you started with 1-to-1 ratio. Make 15, don't lose 15. You understand that, right? But now look, the scenario has shifted. You only have $1,400 in your account. However, you have to make $1,600. You follow that here? Your account balance started at 25,000. Your account balance had a threshold of $1,500. Okay. Day number 1, you lost $100. What's your target?
Still the same.
Still same, but now you're gonna make that $100 back.
Right.
So you have to make not 1,600, 1,700, right? However, you only had 1,500, you lost 100, now you only can lose $1,400, right? So this jumped. It started at 1,600 and 1,500. Now it's 17 and 14. You see the so your ratio is not always 1,500. So this is a live scenario. 25,000 was the account. 1,500 was this. You lost $100. You lost 100 in your threshold too. How much money you have to make now? 1,700. How much money you have available to lose is 1,400. Let's make money now. Day number 2, you made $100. Okay? So
Now you are back again.
you're back. You're back. 100% you are back like a starting point. So this cancels each other out. Now you have a full threshold of 1,500, and now your target went down by. Most students will call and they will debate with this problem, which they don't understand, is this. Day number 3, you made $150. Okay, good. You made money. Great. Everything is great. 0. Why 0 is, look, this is fixed. This $1,500 does not go beyond $1,500 until you reach that number. So this is tricky. So this is called the max threshold. Maximum. Until you get to that stage. So this will reset when you get to 26,600. Now let's focus on the scenario. What they're saying is you had 25,000, you had 1,500, right? So what they're saying is this is fixed. We will not give you more than $1,500 of threshold, ever. Doesn't matter, you make money, and if you gain back, that will stay 1,500, okay? Now here, what they're saying is your target doesn't move. Before you can request a payout, you have to make sure you get to 26,600. You follow that? Trade number 1, we lost 100. Right. Trade number 2, we made 100. Now we're back to normal. Trade number 3, or day number 3, you made 150. Yes, your target has gone down. Now out of $1,600, you have to make, you have already made $150, right? So you went towards your target. However, your threshold was already maxed it. It already was maxed out, right? So it was already at 1,500, so they said, no, we're not gonna give you any more money. We're not gonna put a buffer on top of 1,500. So some users will say, well, I made $800 in 4 days. Why am I losing $1,500? So every funded company has something called the trail threshold. Some are live, some are end of the day. What that means is this number will never exceed 1,500.
Yeah, a bit tricky.
No, this is how their rules are. So you just have to understand that you can go on TraderWeight, go on Rhythmic, you can find out your available threshold any second, anytime. You can log in. What I'm trying to say is everybody puts a question to me, Rafay, I made $600. Why did I lose, why did my account get shut off at loss of 1,500? Hi, come on in. Anything. So why did my account get loss of 1,500? Because they can say I made 1,500 plus 600. So that's like $2,100 I should be losing, right? Then I said, no, this is their rule. Their rule says maximum 1,500 threshold, maximum. So that's what so you have to keep that in mind on most funded companies, please, that you're not able to make more until, so this will get normal once you reach this target. Once you reach the target of 26,600, then any money you add will get on, it will start going higher. So let's say you get to 26,600, right? And you make another $100. Now you have $1,600 you can lose. As you climb, so first they want you to make the $1,500 that they have given you with your own money. They want-
First time,
Oh.
I am one of your
You said-
subscribers.
Okay, you're doing the subscription. Any questions? We're talking funded accounts?
Yeah, I have a word with you on the messages.
Yes,
so
yes.
would be requiring 10 minutes of yours if the recording is not going to.
Okay, we'll do that maybe around 2 o'clock, if that works, because then by 2,
Yes,
we will take a break by 2, and then I'll get you on one-on-one. Oh, yeah, yes, right now it's on. What's your question on?
The question is basics. I know now it's been a month and
Okay.
so I know EA and PS.
Correct.
So I've made somewhere around 4,500, 3,000
Okay, in a PA.
in a EA.
Okay, which size of account?
50,000 and 100K.
Okay, 50,000 I think is $3,000 on
Yes.
Apex, and 100,000 is 7,000,
Six.
6,000.
Yes.
Okay, so you have done the round 1.
Yes, I've
Okay.
done the round 1, but sadly, sometimes it happens.
That's okay.
If you don't put up the stop loss, then you blow up your account. It happens
It's okay,
and,
because we're testing on a much less capital to
Yes.
teach you. That's why we go with the funded.
yes,
Now you will graduate from the 50,000 into a PA account.
yes. But now, since you are a mentor and Dr. Sandeep, who is also my relative, so what I am thinking, sir, is to go with the real accounts. So I came today only to take the guidance, to start with how much money, 10K,
No.
25K.
If you can, my recommendation would be get a payout first.
Get a payout first.
Because the idea to manage an EA to PA to real, the psychology is different. Why do I push people into a funded account exclusively for 3 months? Because what happens is you will understand how to get a payout. Because, okay, I was explaining earlier, I don't get how much wealth allocation you have for trading, right? I recommend to get a payout, because what that will force you is to train your mind that I would like to work with a daily target. Because when you have your own money, it's kind of free. It's like, hey, you take your own risk, right? I ran through, for fast track trading, personally, I took their challenge. And it's all posted on my TikTok,
Yes,
right?
I usually see.
I did 11 accounts, and I did $3,000 on every payout. We had a plan for 20 days that we will make $600 every single day, and we'll get to 7,600, and we'll request a payout of 3,000. And I got 33,000 approved, right? However, it's a different story. They went bankrupt, but I want you to go through, and then you're able to kind of see how the money tastes like. It's just from psycho, because what will happen is, once you get a payout from Apex, you now have a clear target in mind. Anybody who did FTT with us for 20 days, now what the game plan I gave them, take $7,500 of your investment, put it into AMP futures or GFF futures. Both are good companies. Every day, set a target. Hey, Dad, you will not make more than $300 to $600 a day. And then every $7,500 that you double, take out $3,000. So the mind was, now I am trading my own money. The exercise behind me goes and says, how do I do risk management? How do I do capital management? How do I do, because look at what happened yesterday. Market did not stop, right? So imagine your own money. At what point you would say, I would shut it off, right? Zero, right? So, yes, come on, anyway. So the idea is you have to make sure in a real money, you're treating this like a real money. Because the moment you slip a little bit, what will happen is, let's say you put in $5,000, right? And you lost a bit of money. You're gonna be, all right, this is not for me. Here, you will meet people in about an hour or so. Man, they're making wicked amount of money from different platforms. You don't need to invest your own money for at least 3 months. 3 months at least. That's my advice. It's your money. I could, but I don't what I recommend is go through this exercise. You will have a $53,000 to prove. Apex has a new rule. I think you have to make now 5,000. Yeah, because Apex changed the rules now with every account. So I want you to make $5,000 in that PA account. Because you have graduated from EA to PA, right?
About to.
About to, no problem. So this is my exercise of legends. What I did was, I bought legends a month ago. I will show, and I will log in and show you all my live accounts because I never, so.
I'm doing trading with like Apex and Legends.
Yeah, no problem. So let me log into my Legends account. So right here, I will pick a number. So okay. So it shows now, congratulations, you have passed the evaluation, right? So if I look at my account, I did $1,600 in this account. So I have 20 of them that I'm playing with, Apprentice, Master Pending. Let's pick a different account, maybe account number 13. Again, congratulations, because I have a copier, right? So I have a copier connected, and this account I made $1,600. So I didn't have to, but here's what happened. I made my $1,500 in 6 days. And they wanted to see a consistency, so I went ahead and traded for an extra day. And you can see it says master pending. Right? And as I will go through more accounts, let's say account number 5.
So even in EA, you can make more than
Yes, it will truly, see, again, congratulations, you have passed the evaluation. This is my account right now. So master pending. So why am I going through an exercise? I don't have to. You know why I do? I do it for you guys. Because what the process is, what do I have to do so I can coach you properly? So the goal was to make $1,500. And I post all my results live every day. And I said, all right, I've passed 15 accounts. And I use a copier, and I did micros, 5 micro, 2 micro, 1 micro, size swing, overbought, oversold. Because what you have to understand, $1,500 in futures is not a lot of money, right? So if you, maybe a valuation, you can go with aggressive when they have a 90% sale, maybe go with, and if you know the support and resistance number, but like yesterday, Nasdaq was just not stopping. 650, 550, because I was in a position trade on the election night. I had shorted from 20,500. The moment Pennsylvania went to Trump, I'm like, I'm screwed. Because I was hoping and I was thinking, I put a bet on Kalshi.com through my nephew, and I said, I want to put $500 against Trump, because we were all, so as a Democrat, was feeling that, hey, Trump is gonna, even though I'm not a Canadian citizen, but I said, hey, let's put $500, right? So long story short, Pennsylvania goes to Trump, and all the states start to fall, and Democrats' plan failed. I personally think Joe Rogan interview had something to do with it. I personally think the assassination had something to do with it. But, you know, even the guy who predicts elections, Ellen Lichman, right? He was wrong too, right? So all the Democrats had bad faces. It's okay. As long as world is a better place with Trump or without, I could care less. But I'm trying to say that night, Tesla had invested a lot of money with Trump campaign, with the super PAC, and look at Tesla shot up. I kept saying it, $10, $12. So the night, the next was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Tesla went from 220, goddamn, all the way to 350. And I'm like, when do I short? So 2 days ago, I shorted Tesla. I'm like, all right, so let's make a bit of money on Tesla coming down, right? So, but where's my position went to? 20,500 all the way to 21,400. Now there's a problem with this. You need something called a margin, $18,500 in order to hold one mini full-time, plus your losses, right? And I'm thinking, man, it's got to do of course, on the side, I made some money on the micros. So mini game can go change very fast, especially if you're holding, if only a $1,500 account. So my recommendation to you is, first of all, why am I doing this? I look at this at $30,000, not 30, 15. 10 accounts time, $1,500 payout. That's $3,000 for me.
I have a question.
Yes.
About this. So I was reading some of the rules that legends have. So the 30% consistency rule.
Stay within 450 a day.
But what if you had a losing trade?
That's okay, no problem.
And then you have to make up that plus 450?
No, maximum upper ceiling is 450. Let's say you're in a trade, you went down minus $200, right? And then you made 650, you're fine. No problem. So the upper ceiling cannot go, the highest day in a profit cannot go more than 30%. So that's the rule for Apex, that's the rule for this. Apex has a new rule though, which I don't like. What they say is you gotta now take a loss at a certain 30% too. So on a 20, so you cannot take a loss of not more than $900 in a single trade. So they have a rule called single trade loss. So, you know, you have a maximum loss, but in a PA, now if you see a trade where the trade goes, Legends doesn't have this.
Oh,
Legends doesn't, not yet, until they wake up, right? So Legends only has this rule. In this PA account, make 1,500, 16. It goes up by $100. So make 1,600. Don't lose 1,500. An indefinite amount of time. You can take as long as you like. Close your trade at 5 o'clock. If you don't, you will get terminated too, liquidated, right? And people say, oh, I forgot about it. They're not going to do anything. They're just going to close. Because they're looking for a reason not to pay, guys. Funded accounts are like insurance companies. When you get into trouble, they're like, hey, I found this clause, I found this clause. So this is a good exercise for you. So what is my goal, and a bunch of us who are doing this? We're going to split this in 30 days. There's no rush. It's 15 grand, guaranteed. Now, because look at my investment. Investment was 50 times 10. That's $500. We put it towards buying evaluations. It took us 1 month, within a month, and we graduated, and now we got 10 PAs. What would be my cost? 150 times 10, $1,500. So $2,000 is my investment into this. I'm not going to blow $2,000, right? So I'm going to go slowly. So I will divide in 40 days. 40 days is of the work to make what, $1,600? So I'm going to make $2,500. So $2,500, take 40 days to do this, divided by 40. Every day, $50 to $60. I see $60, I'll close my trade. 2 micros, 4, because remember, I'm copying 10 accounts. And in 40 days, when my account balance gets to 2,500, I will request 1,500 times 10. And I still will have $1,000 left over in that account, right? So the idea to go ahead and do is, this is just to, it's an exercise. Trust me, anybody who gets an Apex payout it's one of the toughest account to do right now, in my opinion. And if you are able to get a payout, you'll be 100% managing your own money with respect. Because, okay, how many times you failed? 3, 4, 5? 3 times. Each time it was $50?
Yes, maybe like 30 for
Okay, so let's say an average you paid $100, for example. But how much money technically you lost? First time, 3,000 in the 50,000, then another 3,000, then, so you truly lost 10 grand for how much? $100, right? So that's 1%. That you took a risk of 1%, but you understand, hey, this is what I'm not gonna do wrong, right? So that's the goal here. The goal is to, once you get a payout, you will feel good. Hey, I managed to prove myself in a trading of 30 days. Remember, there is no rush. Please remember, even if you get, you've been a subscriber with us for 1 month? 1 month. So let's write down your cost as a rural trader. $300 you paid. I'm just giving an example. Let's say you another subscription, $300. $100 on your Apex. I don't care, even PAs will charge you about $85, right? So your investment is about $1,000 US. I'm giving maximum. You get 1 payout of 2,000, everything exceeds. What that exercise is going to do for you is, my friend, give you that planning mat. Every day I sit, I plan a trade. So this happened with the planning. This didn't just randomly I entered and I'm like, all right, what is my target? At what point I'm gonna say, like I'm doing Tradeify, right? And yesterday, market was just not stopping. So I said, all right, this is my maximum loss of the day, and I'm gonna call it a day. I'm doing FTMO, stage number 2. I took a max loss. I'm like, I'm getting out because market is just not stopping. Only thing kept up was Tesla. One stock was green, options, everything, Friday expiration, and things just didn't stop at any one of our areas. Brutal. Even from expected low, it went down 200 points. Because we were expecting this retrace maybe in 5 days. It started happening right after Wednesday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We're hoping it's gonna go maybe 400 points down and then go into Monday. Man, 600 points in single day, wiped out everybody, and I got out of a position. I was stuck at 20,500. I did a break-even close, no longer position. But look, it kept going down. 405 was the number, right? So last number, then I did a long from here. Now I'm in a long position, going up. Because if 700-point retrace has come, it has to go back at least 200 points. So what we are looking at, maybe 550, maybe 600 for Nasdaq to go into healthy levels, right? So it has, starting Monday, people are gonna start buying the dips, right? So, because this whole election thing is, in my opinion, over, right? So.
Every time you close a negative trade, you know how under the risk management, the second line, it says do not allow your account balance to go below a certain number.
Yes.
So every time you close a negative trade, that number keeps increasing?
No, yeah, it does. But my recommendation is don't watch this dashboard live. Okay.
No, I'm not watching.
So watch the trader weight.
Yeah.
Because trader weight will give you true how much you are allocated to a loss. Because remember, the moment you put a trade in, Legends will deduct $3 because that's your commission, right? Threes are very high. And now that kind of gives you an experience what the market is out there. When you go to AMP futures or GFF, you're going to pay at least $2 to $3 in a micro and $4 to $5 round trip in a mini, right? So expect to pay that at least. So don't recommend, yes, you can open an account. It takes about 2 weeks because you got to submit your passport, driver license, you got to submit, and then once you're done, then yes. Why don't you take money out of here, put in there? You will feel, so hey, idea is to understand how you're going to plan your withdrawal. So I had a guy join Win Lifetime, first or second week, he doubled his money. He met me somewhere. I'm like, you know what? Withdraw, please. Because a $7,000 turn into $14,000 in futures trading in Nasdaq can happen fast, right? And I'm like, you know, you get at least withdraw 30% of it, 40%. So you understand and taste the money. Because what's the point of the money sitting there? So last week, I sold all my Bitcoin. I sold all my XRP. I sold everything because it shot up. Its XRP is still going up. Still, it's okay because maybe the one person met the President Trump to see how. But everything has a limit to go up and then must come down. So just like Tesla went up 350, must come down sometime, right? So I'm like, I'm going to short it, and by Friday, Tesla should be at 320. And it went as low, but between the transition, I exercised my options and I said, I'm letting go. So even though people say Bitcoin will go to 1 million, you know what I will do? I'll wait for the Bitcoin to fall, 60,000. I may not go there, but I have cashed my profits. And you see the price will start, whenever people are cashing their profits, everybody's dumping the stock, just like Tesla. At 350, somebody thought, hey, guys, what the hell? This is 45% in 4 days. This is insane. And then it went from 350 to almost 309, 311, and now it's still dropping. Hopefully, 250, in my opinion, is a healthy range. It should be okay. Well, maybe buy again.
Has anybody received a payout from?
This is a brand new company. This is owned by GFF. Right. So this is a new company that we are going with. With the new company, the rules are relaxed, and we plan to milk them. As I see, we're leading because again, before FTT gave us so sour taste in our mouths. The guy he got his refund, half of it. So I think you got 1,800, 1,200. I still waiting for my refund. He didn't.
Out of 6,000?
Out of 6,000, you got $1,200 refund.
Out of 1,800, you got it.
So, but how much payout was pending? 30 grand.
And 30 still in the account. In total.
So 60,000 of a loss, not pay out properly, right? So there are companies. So Legends is backed up by a big company called GFF. So that's why we have a lot of trust on it. Apex is a big company. Any company that has 2 stages, you can feel that they will, like we are testing 2 companies right now, live, Tradeify, Perdia, and Tick Trader. The name is horrible, it's just a name, but we are testing it. Now, Tick is based out of UAE, Tradeify is based out of US, and Legends is based out of US, and Perdia is still out of Florida. That guy got paid in Perdia?
He's transferred into live.
Okay.
I'm going to ask him that he made yesterday 1,500.
In that live account.
Yeah.
My question is, in Perdia, you got to make 3,000.
Yep.
You get that 3,000?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to request that off, you can, but your account will be
Then.
dead.
But it's okay. But now he went in a live account. So he has 3,000 plus 1,500?
Just 3,000.
No. My question is, you're saying he made 1,500.
3,000.
Him-
1,500 in live account.
Okay.
So in total is 4,500.
Okay. He can request 4,500?
Uh,
That we have to check.
The 3,000 is the limit.
Okay.
But I think that he can withdraw from.
Withdraw
3,000.
from per diem, okay.
Because they said that if you want to request 3,000, your account will be dead.
Okay, okay.
So simply he can.
It's okay. Like, so we're going through legends at the moment. Let's see, hopefully, what legends can do. Any questions on these? जी सर कैसा जा रहा होगा
अभी तो पहली दफा आया यहाँ
पहली दफ़ा है थोड़ा नो प्रॉब्लम
Profit trade is bad.
किसका
Profit trade.
प्रॉफिट ट्रेड नॉट गुड
Not good enough. क्योंकि वो आपने अपने SuperAreas में डाला हुआ है ना. So it has end of day in evaluation.
Yes.
But in PA,
It's like-
intraday.
I'm testing tomorrow my funded futures. I don't know because somebody said
It's legit.
legit. Okay, my funded futures we're trying to.
My funded futures 60 and FTM.
FTM.
These are very common.
So, how did you hear about us?
एक दोस्त ने recommend किया था
ठीक है, okay.
कल मेरी अशर से बात हुई थी
I should, no problem.
आपका सेमिनार
No problem. Well, around 12 हम start करते हैं. So, idea is we don't manage anybody's account. We don't manage your funds. We don't manage your accounts. We don't give you financial advice. We're not registered brokers, nothing like that. We have developed a piece of software that helps you take a trade. And with this piece of software, you are able to kind of not use your own skills and let the software do the work. So software says buy, you buy. Software says sell, you sell. It's so simple, green to go buy, red to sell. So the algorithm is very simple. So once you learn the algorithm on how to use it, we have many features. We have the floor, we have the zoom, we have the areas, we give you support and resistance levels, we give you the live stream every day that you're able to connect to us to 2 floors. We have a mentorship program. We have, so this organization has been around for at least 15 years. So this is not something new. This office is new. This office started last February. Why? I have a lot of users who want to try the software before they want to buy it. So my recommendation is get a laptop, which is at least 16 gig of RAM. It doesn't work on anything less, and then you are able to try it for free. So there is no cost for you to, but you have to watch at least 20 hours of our lectures on how to use that software. It is, let me show you. It takes a bit of a energy to understand. Where is my, right here. So this is what the software looks like. You're able to kind of see, hey, I know it makes no sense right now, but my test is the day you understand this line, this white line, is you will know the software. This white line that's going right here, if I just ask you, can you tell me why my software wrote this, drew this line, is the day I know that you have figured out what a divergence is. So there are 25 or so calculations happening on the software. So relative strength index, moving averages, Bollinger Bands, caution lines, bands, areas. So you don't have to do anything. Some people are teaching, oh, I'll show you how to do trading view for so many dollars a month. We are not selling you a course. Please understand, online, anybody is listening on TikTok and YouTube too, guys, we do not sell you a course. A course is, what is a course? Is non-practical. A person is going to teach you what is support is, resistance is, higher highs, lower lows. It's okay, no problem. People, lots of influencers, you go on TikTok, hundreds of people are teaching it. There's a couple of guys just teaching it with their fingers and I will draw this. Yeah, they charge $500, $600, $800. It's fine, nothing wrong with it. Teaching is incredibly difficult job. So we are not in a business of teaching you a course. We give you a piece of software, ready-made, with every single thing you need to do. All you have to do is just operate it. You are not, so a teaching of a car course would be, let me teach you, hey, how transmission works, how engine works, how brakes works, indicators work, right? That's teaching. What we give you a car. We're like, go drive it. All I have to teach you is, hey, this is the brake, this is the acceleration, this is the indicator, and just go drive, go crazy. So all I always say is, join that mentorship group where they give you something in return. Yeah, teaching you, I can pull up all the YouTube videos, put them in a course, say, hey, go learn yourself. But our organization, first of all, is not a one-man show. There are 11 people plus, at least, running. So 2 offices, 2 trading floors, 1, 2, 3 people full-time there, 9 people full-time here. If you have a support issue, we have a team. You have a mentorship issue, you can talk to somebody. You have your computer doesn't work for a certain thing. So it's not something that only I'm just a face of it, but there are at least 9 or 12 total individuals who run this organization. We've been registered in Ontario for the last 15 years, 1 company, 1 roof. Now we have a subscription office. And this office came in, you can come and talk to real traders live, real talk. Only thing is we're not gonna do is, can you manage my money? No, we don't. Can you tell me, can you take my funded account over? That because of legal reasons we don't do. But this software, yes, I can teach you TradingView inside out, inside out. It'll take me about a year to a person who has never traded to somebody who's really. With this software, all you gotta do is, hey, you see it's green right now. When the mouse price goes to this, click buy. When the price goes to here, sell. So don't use your brain. That's what I'm saying. Only, we tell you when not to trade. 8:30, don't trade. CPI is coming. Interest rate is coming. Earnings are coming. So my job here as one of the mentors is to kind of teach you how to do future. We don't do at the beginning stocks. We don't do options. We don't do crypto. At the beginning, this software works, by the way, for everything. You can analyze right now. I can connect and I can show you Tesla stock. Let's connect. I have a Connect membership right here. And let's analyze. I can go right here and I can say, show me Tesla stock. So right now it's a stocks option. So I've switched from futures into stocks. So stocks will help me figure out if the price is overbought or oversold, right? So not only this software works for crypto, it works for crypto, indices, options, stocks, natural gas, gold, crude oil, German market, Indian market, New Zealand market. So this is irrelevant. So it's like a GPS software. A GPS software doesn't care where it's driven. It takes the data and it drives live through the mathematics, right? So it's a mathematical software that allows you to, and it's absolutely free for you to try, because I don't want to start a transaction and then tell you, hey, it didn't work. So I'm just saying some people don't like it. It's okay, trading is not for everybody. The idea is we will give you this. You will tell me in 14 days if this is something you want to do, right? So that's it. And please, one thing is, do not invest your own money. I keep telling, doesn't matter, for at least 3 to 6 months. I want you to go through this military vigorous training. This is as vigorous as it gets. It tells you how to manage your capital. It tells you consistency. Maybe you don't like funded companies. It's difficult. Yes, you're like, I'm bounded by these rules. And I'm like, those rules will make you a good trader, honest to God. Anybody, I can ask Murtaz, that the lesson FTT gave us, it gave us so much persistency. And what was the goal? you were given for $350, you were given $7,500. They said, make $7,500 and then we'll give you $3,000. So all of us, we said, let's make a plan. What's the plan? The plan is, let's make no more than $600 a day. That's it. He picked the smaller plan, and then I think you went with the 25,000. Yes, so the goal was, so 7,600 divided by 600. It's a 12-day goal. We said, no, we're not going to do this in 12. We're going to do this in 20. Every single day we will come, keep our risk low. So I bought 20 accounts, he bought 20 accounts, every one of us bought 20 accounts. All of us in 20 days, approved. Same thing. So when you are ready, so my recommendation pathway is take the 14-day trial, take 1 month of demo.
Right.
Demo is fake money. After you are comfortable buying and selling, you move into a funded account. So let's try a funded for 3 months. Because in 3 months, a quarter, you're able to understand the following. For example, I will ask you, what does CPI do? What does PPI do? What does interest rate do? What does FOMC is? What is employment situation report is? What is, tell me all of those things, because you will not be able to understand, at least you gotta see with your eyes what happens when they announce interest rate. Your charts, your markets, I call them nuclear bomb days. There are 7 or 8 days. I added one to my, this is election day now. So you have 7 days that are highly explosive. Number 1, interest rate announcement. That day, November, I think 7th was the day back then. Number 2, the day Amazon is going to release earnings, the day Tesla is going to do, the day Microsoft, the day Meta, the day what's the other one, I think, Amazon, Microsoft, Google, NVIDIA. So whenever they're going to open their mouth about, stay away from the mouth. So what I like to call it a nuclear zone, and I know a lot of guys have started to copy on. It's okay, I don't mind. So, you know when the nuclear attack happens, you have, so we call this R1, R2, R3, R4. So if this is a point of impact where the bomb is going to drop, right? You have S1, S2, S3. Stay as far away as possible. Stay at R3, stay at S3. That's it. Because you know this is a $1 trillion company. They're about to open their mouth. Their stock is going to go. Look at Tesla, election day, goddamn 145% in, like, this is ridiculous, right? So it just messes up our whole calculation because that's one stock ruining it for everybody, right? So the whole idea is you have a swing, you have a retrace, you have an extension. So SRE equal S. Anyway, that's a mathematical formula that we use, swing, retrace, extension. But the idea is when you have these 8 days, election day, earnings day, stay the hell away from the market as far. Now, yesterday was no day at all. It's just Tesla started to lose and everybody, because last week the market shot up 1,300 points on Nasdaq, 130 points on ES. उर्दू में कहते हैं चर्बी चढ़ गई यार फजूल में. There is कोई reason नहीं. So reason है that Elon Musk and Tesla are buddy. I don't think two of the highly conservative guys can stay together for a long time. Both have their dominating personalities. Elon doesn't listen to anybody, Trump doesn't. So for us to have two guys living in Mar-a-Lago, there could be a little bit of trouble. That's how I analyze, right? Because there could be only one king, right? And Elon has his own agenda, and Trump can change his agenda. And it. Who? Elon? No. He cannot legally hold a position by without the approval of U.S. Congress. So I can't just become a president and because I'm an elect, right? I'm like Murtaz bhai aa jaye ji, like wo wala kaam nahi hai. So the idea is he will put him in some committees, and they will assalamu alaikum. They will put him in certain places where the idea is that he wants to form something called DOGE, which is Department of Government Efficiency, right? Which is okay, it's okay. He has an entitle where he'll get out of a few different. So there's always conspiracy theories. I don't care. I look at Nasdaq, I look at ES, I look at Tesla. So again, looking at Tesla, you can say, all right, this is a good time to buy Tesla at this price. If you're day trading Tesla, I don't know who would, but these charts will give you a better understanding of this is a 4-hour candle window for Tesla. Let me open up, this is a 1-minute candle for Tesla. So looking at stocks, you're able to look at, hey, what was Tesla before? And in July, the price was around, look, 271. It broke. It went to $62, and now it's down to $3. So now it has to go. My recommendation is 250. 250 is a good buy. 250. So 250 is a reasonable buy. If it goes, so how do we use these for stocks? So now you're watching Tesla. Every time you look at these particular things, these are called upper bands and lower bands. So just give me 1 second. I got to turn this camera on. It just went out of, I think battery just kind of gave up on it. Sorry. Okay, so this is Tesla stock. When I saw it above a certain point, and I looked at it, and I was like, this is a good time to sell. So anybody who looks at our software for individual stock, when it goes below this line, this black line, it's an oversold zone. So if you're doing options, if you're doing stocks, this is a great chart to look at it. It's a daily candle. We have our own analysis. At 271, it was overbought, and very close to 264, it was overbought. So now our software is saying, if the price comes to 252, it's a good buy. So good buy is not bye Tata nahi. Good buy is in buying in a good price, right? So this is where the software can help you analyze. So I have a lot of guys who say, well, I can do this all for free. Yes, 100% agreed. You want to go to Niagara Falls? Yes, go ahead.
No, sorry, go ahead.
No. So example I always give every Saturday is, you want to go to Niagara Falls? You can go and walk to Niagara Falls. Literally walk. You can get there. Nobody's stopping you. You want to write a letter, and don't use email then. Because writing a letter is write a letter. So our software just is like a vehicle to get you there faster. It's like a program, it's like a software. Telegram is a software, WhatsApp is a software, Facebook software. YouTube is a software where we're broadcasting. That's where our understanding of software, hardware, this camera is a software and hardware, right? So what we have done for you is, you don't have to do the heavy lifting. Yes, professional traders, when Daniel goes and sells this software to highly bunch of brokers, they don't care. Like, we charge $25,000 for this one license, right? And they're like, send us 10. Because all they care about is how's your math compared to other math. Yes, you can look at trading on trading view, and you're looking analysis, what is the gold price, Nasdaq price, S&P, and then you join a signals group, and then you're like, all right, this guy gives me a great signal. It's all okay. We are one-stop shop, guys. We'll give you the software. we'll give you the signals, we'll give you the Zoom, we'll give you the floor, we'll give you the funded company, we'll give you the brokers. You don't need to, in terms of trading, you don't need to honestly go anywhere else. Under one roof, whole organization is working like a team, and that's where we differ with everybody else. We said, all right, one low price, you'll get signals. People say, oh, I joined this group, and the guy sends me 4 signals every day, and he charges me $15 a month. Hey, we'll give you 10 signals in advance. Gold, Russell, Dow Jones. We'll give you the software, the key soul of it. We'll give you all the floor. I don't know of anybody who has a trading floor in Toronto. Everybody teaches one-man person from home. They're using their TikTok, Instagram, they're charging. We have a live floor. You can listen to us online. Starting Monday, our floor will go live on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, SuperAreas.com, and YouTube. 5 and LinkedIn. So 6 platforms, and Discord, we're working still on it. So this will go live, all of it there. Quite a few things are still in the pipeline. Now I'll come to your question.
So my question is about the swing retrace extension.
Yes.
So are there a number of bars that you're looking at? Like,
No.
I'm just looking at what happened with the market on Friday.
Yes.
So it's not respecting the
No.
retrace.
There was no retrace that came. On Friday market, even if you look at the areas of this on Friday, right? Like when the market opened, I specifically said I'm starting with S2. S2 because the number was too close between our S2, it gave us maybe 5 points. And then it shot down. Next area was S3. I did take S3 and we did make money. After S3, it was just a free fall because Microsoft in red, Google in red, Nvidia is red, except Tesla was the only green thing on the whole chart. When the market collapsed, all magnificent sevens are collapsing. However, I have to say one thing. ES behaved 100% within the areas. I know some people are doing Nasdaq, but ES is because a weighted average of more companies, right? ES is 500 companies compared to 100. So Nasdaq moves mostly with those 7 companies. And I can write down the numbers on the chart too. Tesla, Amazon, Google, Nvidia, Meta, and I think these are the 7. Right? So they hold 50%. And when they fall, market falls. And when they go up, market. However, because ES is 500 companies, now let's look at ES. If you watch, S1 give you 3 points. S2 give you like at least 5 points. And S3 give you more points. So
in your Zoom, you usually discuss a strategy with
Nasdaq.
member.
Yes.
No, it's about ES
Okay.
and mid-band strategy.
Yes.
So I don't quite understand because I don't do ES
Okay.
or Nasdaq.
No problem. Let me switch to
Friday was really good.
for areas.
For
Areas.
It was really good. No, I bought.
Those who got good trade for those.
No. Every AS area worked. Area.
That was so quick. That was so quick.
I took S3 and it went up 14 points.
Yes.
I took a brand new account on S3 and I got $1,000. A brand new account. I was like, all right, this is free के पैसे पड़े थे. अब 2 लॉटों से एंटर हो रहे थे.
2 trades $1,000.
Yes. So let me go back to. नहीं क्योंकि 700 पॉइंट.
600 से नीचे इतनी गिरी यार वो बड़ी मुश्किल से रिकवर किया बस.
So what is a mid-band trade? Coming back to Daniel's original, Nasdaq only works with 2 trades. Only area and Nasdaq only, by the way, if you entered S3, Nasdaq still gave you points. Like, so we can look at the retrace coming. So, okay. just going to write NQ. You're going to do 30-20 overbought, oversold. Okay, now I'll tell you what will happen on Monday. Please don't enter any area at R1, R2. It has to now take a retrace back. Let's see if it continues. So if it has gone down 600, Monday areas will come and you will enter at R3 or R2 at least, because don't enter at R1 because it will really, really go back up. If on Monday people start to buy the dip, all 7 companies start to rise again. So that 600 point swing will, at least if it gives you a 35% retracement, it has to end around 600. So wait for at least 600 before you think of shorting. So wait for at least 600 or 620 or 630. You will see the area coming around 630, 650 on R3. Because we know what the software we have written, it will take the swing and it was predicted at around 620 for R3. But let's see what happens on Monday for areas. So Nasdaq overbought, oversold, and Nasdaq is area. And I'll come to I'll give you a trade. Test this for 1 week for SIM for 5 points. He's been doing it for 2 weeks, 0 trade loss, 0. You got out at 0 at a couple of times, but profitable 9 out of 10 times. So look at the chart of 30-20, okay? Another thing, if it's in R zone, short. S zone, do overbought and do go long and oversold. This is an RSI trade combined with divergence. So the trade is RSI plus divergence. And we can go back thousands of bars in 30-20 and you will see it coming out winning 9 out of 10. And you can say 10 out of 10, but I like to say 9 out of 10. This is the swing. You know when Nasdaq is rising like this in 30-20, our heart is saying sell because it's overbought, right? So wait for at least 35 plus swing. Wait for it. Don't enter early. Your RSI at the bottom will say 99% that I am overbought. Ignore it. Let it climb. Because if you don't know where it's going to stop, you have no idea where it's stopped. So you have a mid band going here, right? So I will open up the chart right after. So so now you have seen a 35-point swing. So let's put a number here. 20,000 and 20,000 is the number where it started. Where's the number? 20,000 and 35. It has made a higher high. Your RSI has gone to 99%. No problem. Wait for the price to touch a midband. Go back up and break this 2035. Let it break the previous higher high. This is where you will sell. You will make 5 points, no problem. And we can go bars after bars. Let me go and check MNQ. Let me go and tell you in Nasdaq. This is a 30-20 chart. Okay. And I will make it into data series. And we'll do 10,000 bars. I'll take maybe 5,000 because it's 30-20. 5,000 bars. Okay, it has loaded. Let's look at the swings now. Because how do we test it? Back testing, right? Going back to see, all right, I tried this, it works. I tried this, it works. Let's look at Okay, this swing. This one, it didn't test the mid-band. It's got to go break previous high. Okay. 36 point, price went up. You let it cross all the way. Let it touch mid-band and sell right here when it's broken the previous high. But you must know the swing is at least 35 points or higher. Don't do this in 20, don't do this in 10, don't do this in any time when the swing is low. So let Nasdaq go full as max, because sometimes this can go, the highest I've seen is 87. Whereas single shot swing was 87, price without the news. Let it break previous high and then sell from here. You are definitely grabbing your 5 points, which is 20 ticks. So watch this over and over and over. In R zones, stick in overbought. In S zones, stick. So what is this doing? It is creating the relative strength index, which goes to peak, along with divergence. What is divergence? Take a look right here. Price went to 500. Price went to 500. Dropped the mid-band. It actually created a gap trade and went back up. Look at the strength, divergence together, and we take a safer trade. Because what was happening is some users were saying, well, RSI is 99, it's going to come down. This or gap trade. You now have a number in your head that the moment it crossed this, I hit a sell button. No problem. And then, but the condition, please, is it must go back up to break previous high. If it breaks the mid-band and goes down, that no longer is a valid trade. That just was an RSI trade. So what we are doing is combining RSI with divergence. That's the key here.
That's just for Nasdaq, right?
That's just for
But
Nasdaq.
then in your Zoom, you sometimes talk about ES
Yes,
and
yes.
mid-band.
Test this thing as well. Opposite of this in ES, you will go and buy. Works very highly accurate, and I'll tell you how to do that too. So our software is saying the following. So ES, crude oil, natural gas, GC, maybe YM, and RTY, Russell. These markets on 1510 chart. Anybody who's listening online doesn't have our software. We're not going by 15-minute time. We're going by, we have a tick chart, which is slightly different. 1510, not minute. 1510 chart. Only trade I will talk about is really 4. Number 1 is mid-band. What is the condition? 1510 green, 3020 green. I will buy. I will buy. Because green to go up. Buy.
But it's just, well, in Nasdaq, it just moves so high.
We're not doing that. We're not touching Nasdaq. Nasdaq, we are, let's say, let's put a division here. Nasdaq, please stick to what he's doing, number 1. Number 2, area. Number 3, overbought, oversold. So these are the 3. So Nasdaq, just know that you're doing overbought, oversold with an RSI and divergence combined. You're doing happy zoom because he will lead you into a good trade. And number 3, you're doing an area if you're not following. These are the only 3 trades for Nasdaq. There is no other trade for Nasdaq at all because of volatility. ES, crude oil, natural gas, gold, Russell, Dow moves slowly, like it's a bit of a heavy market. 15-10 green, 30-20 green. Number one, this is, by the way, the mid-band conditions. Not coming from area. Number 4, so 1, 2, 3, no diversion line. So 30-20, if there is a diversion line, ignore that mid-band place. That diversion line tells you I'm going to change the trend, right? So don't do that diversion line at all. So if you're doing mid-band on any of these, make sure both charts are same color. Make sure it's not coming from an area. What does that mean? Is, you know, it went up, green, 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 green. Area was 5880, came down, and you were waiting on a mid-band, and that mid-band is becoming dangerous right now. So if it's coming from an area, if it's retracing from an area, ignore that mid-band. You don't have to take. My goal is, yes, you can take it as long as you know the risk. The risk is what? 3 points. You will lose 3 points if mid-band changes the color. You know, what a mid-band has a rule, 2-point profit, 3-point stop loss. So this is the mid-band trade right here. Just, and make sure if it has a higher high again, it will have a line. Don't take that mid-band. So don't take a mid-band that is coming from area. Don't take a mid-band if it's coming from a divergence. So that is our 15-10 mid-band. Number 2. Of course, before that, you always are fond of the area. You follow area, even on the craziest market as Friday, our areas. So computer predicted. I will go and post this online. Right here, what does computer predict? Let's go back to SuperAreas. Friday areas. So let's look at what our computer predicted for these zones for Friday. So for ES, 60, it was the downturn right here. Every single number respected, every single one. If you entered from 33, you made money. 32, you made money. Every single. If you entered here, you made a ton of money because they've shot up to 90 back up, right? So these were buy zones, so areas, right? So after 600, I started looking at previous numbers for the year. So the number I gave everybody on live stream was 560. Where did I come up from 560? Watching previous areas, previous days. So if you look at my NQ, everybody says, hey, where did you come up with? So after 600, we had nothing predicted that it would go down. So we looked at previous areas was approximately 560 to 570. And everybody jumped in 560, took that. So even if areas finish, we have previous historical areas to be able to see how far the market can go. But coming back to this page, you have your numbers for area. So number 1 is area, number 2 is mid-band, number 3 you can go in. Mid-band and gap trade is, by the way, same thing. Have you tried low of the bar, top of the bar? Not yet. Okay. Keep doing whatever is working for you. It's fine. But to translate this into the other market is this. Price was 5900. Higher high. let it break this previous higher high, 5900, enter right here for long. And you will take 4 ticks, no problem. So for scalping, this is really good. Let it break the previous higher high. If it's coming down, lower low, retrace, enter short position at this lower low. You will not have, put a stop loss of 10 ticks. The ratio is very bad, by the way. It's 4 ticks to 10 ticks. Stop loss is 10 ticks. 4 to 10. If you want to go really crazy, you can go maybe 14 tick stop loss, but it's a huge stop loss. Just in case it makes a double top and starts to come down and makes a candle, right? So the candle will form almost at 12 ticks, 3.5 points, right? So what is our goal? Our goal is to make $50 to $60 to $80 a day on a smaller account. So all these methods are great, but please stick to one. Stick to an area, stick to mid-band, stick to overbought, oversold. What happens is mostly I see students switching a lot. They're like, all right, mid-band is not working. Okay, it's not working. Maybe the day is like that where the swings are big. But our areas have been working for last 15 years, 15 years. And yes, if there's no retrace, Nasdaq is a little bit more brutal than ES, but ES areas, try ES areas. So, any questions?
Is there any age limit?
Sorry?
Any age limit required?
18 plus. Oldest fellow we have is 77 here, and he got a payout of 30 grand. He should be coming soon, hopefully. So, so there's no really age limit. You can, there is a bit of a, please don't rush into making money. Rush into learning how these concepts work. Money is the byproduct of all of this. If your entry is right, you will make money. If your entry is not right, I don't care what you look at. Like I can give these numbers to somebody and it doesn't make sense to them. The way I look at it, they are called support and resistance levels. Go on ChatGPT and ask, how should a person trade S&P 500? Just ask that question. First response that will come is, watch your support and resistance levels. Number 1. Number 2, it will say, work with moving averages. Maybe at the bottom, then it will say RSI, and then you have different indicators. So that's where we have the highest probability. Highest probability on a trade to go in our favor is area. Area is computer algorithm, looks at data. For us, we have fed it 15 years. It really looks at last 1 year. Last 1 year of highs and lows and up and down. Then it knows news. It knows that today could be an event. So it predicts based on some movement. So number 1 is our levels that is doing the magic on. So these were the levels predicted, and these are called signals. Some people say, hey, can you send me a signal? We give you a signal at 7:30 in the morning, before even, I should say 8:30. Stock market opens at 9:30. Futures market is open 23 hours. So at 8:30, our computer has given you a model and says, hey, this is like if the weather was this, if it goes down, these are the levels it should respect, and then go down more. Because remember, never ever in life, price goes directly down or up. Doesn't matter, you're watching gold or housing prices or car prices or iPhone prices. It makes, if it's gonna go down, it makes these stairs. And these are called those, if in S zone, these are called S1, S2, S3, S4. And then if it's gonna go up, it's gonna go up like this. And then these are called the resistance levels. So this is where our computer program does that for you.
Legends doesn't allow.
Flipping, flipping.
Yeah.
What happened was I did Legends, and I did my target in 6 days. 7th day, I turned on my computer, and I just put $1 trade. Buy, sell, exit. Even in a loss, buy, sell, exit. That's called flipping. Because I met my target, right? My target, as you see on Legends right here, let's go back to my Legends account. Where did we go? Let me log into, so Legends Trading, log in, dashboard. Print is pending. Okay. So you see right here it says your profit goal. So I had met my profit goal. Right here it said I started, now I made $1,600, but it was done $1,500. However, it would say day 6 was passed. So I logged in and I said, let's take a trade, and I made $1. So it went to 1501, and then I went on Legends Support Help Center, and I looked at a pledge evaluation, and then I looked at FAQs on. So Legends have prohibited. Let's look at prohibited. Prohibited contact. So Legends, we have a problem. We have a problem. I'll tell you the problem. Let's look at prohibited contact. You see right here it says flipping is not allowed. That's called flipping. And what else? Consistency target, that's good. I had a lot of guys who were thinking of using a VPN. You can give your account to somebody back home. If they find out, they'll block it. They say circumventing geographical restriction and somebody else is trading, I have a problem. Watch this. Do not trade multiple individuals under a single trading on behalf of others is not allowed. So engaging in, anyway, long story short, they want us to be traders, not gamblers, right? So, and I think Apex now has one of the toughest rules in the industry. EA make 1,500, PA make 3,000. That's ridiculous, right? Why? Now I would like to make 3,000 in Legends too. Why? If you make from 25,000 and I went into 26,600 and I withdraw 1,500, I only have $100 left. My account falls. It doesn't have enough money to be able to trade. So then you gotta go back to EA, then you gotta do a PA, then yes, Apex 1 day EA pass is okay. You know how difficult it is to work with Legends? So idea is, like Happy other day withdrew $1,000. How much did you have to make in Apex? No. So from 2,500, correct. So he didn't withdraw. If he wanted to withdraw 1,500, he have to make 3,000. So now in order to, on Apex, in order to get 1,500, you gotta make 4,500. 1,500 in first range, and 3,000 in the second, right? So that's almost 45. It is.
If you're not successful in a PA, do you have to start with EA?
That sucks.
If you don't want to do EA, then go to FTP.
No, new one, Tradeify or Purdia or Tick Trader. Yeah, Tick Trader, right? So
Thank you for
no problem. और सर कोई क्वेश्चन हो आपके EA, PA, SA?
trying to understand.
पहला step ये है कि आप sign up करें free. Second step is download the software for free. Third is watch 20 hours of our lectures on how to use the software. Third is then you go into, so give yourself 3 months. 90 days of vigorous trading, you will understand on how to kind of, because it's very simple if you will understand where to buy, where to sell, where to buy, where to sell. And some learn it a bit early, some learn it taking about 3 months. You should at least, like I said, you said that line, understand, because you will go through, so I know it's day one, your mid-band, your large triggers, your small triggers, your overbought, oversold, your value area, your gap trade, your diversions, your moving averages, your Bollinger Bands, then how to put a stop loss, how to put a trail, how to use a funded account, what are the rules for the funded account. So generally, human brain forms something new every 90 days. And then by 90 days, you're like, all right, when you hear on CP20, on 680 News in the morning that Nasdaq futures have gone down 100 points because NVIDIA got a lawsuit for production, something, that will make sense. So if everything fell, so 7 companies only control Nasdaq, Tesla, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Meta, NVIDIA, and that's about it. And we don't do Canadian futures because the market is not that big. We do American futures. Anybody in the world can do this. You can do this from comfort of your home. The times are important. 8 to 11, 2 to 4. So if you want to see true volume where you're in and out quickly, 8 to 11, 2 to 5, truly the number, and then 3 to 6 a.m. in the morning. If you early riser, ideal place in the world where I would like to be is UAE. You get to enjoy every session because you have evening session as 4 p.m. Market is opening 9 a.m. here, it's almost 4 p.m. there, which you have taken advantage of European session, and you have already taken advantage of morning session. So UAE is the ultimate hub for trading global markets. It's good. That's where we ultimately would like to be. If you want to make money from UAE time from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Full 12 hours will give you all sessions. New York sessions in the evening, European session a bit early, so you can touch night areas and you can be. So if you want to make money around the clock, UAE is the best option, where you can do other things in the morning and still trade at night. Because we are lucky that our mornings are lined with New York session at 9 o'clock. So when the stock market opens, we are right here in Toronto, like an hour away. So, but these are the times. So you don't have to worry so much, and you don't need investment. Yes, you can, because we're not doing stocks, you're not really, idea is to just go in and out. People say, how much return can I make? Returns are, if I put 5,000, I can't give you that number because that works with stocks good, options good, investments good. In futures market, if I told you, you would invest in $2,000 and you will get $15,000 if you follow the plan. That's ridiculous amount of profits, right? So why 2,000? 10 accounts of legends. Why 15? And then EAs and PAs, but that truly takes a patience of at least 20, 40, 60 days. If you trade like a normal trader with a plan, with discipline, without emotion, 60 days should give you at least 30 grand. 30 grand. And I have people, like Murtaz here got already at least 30 grand from APAC. Don't need, all you need is learn the system. Learn the system. Learn the system is how to kind of do it.
My son is also interested. He is 18 years old, so I will.
Yeah, my son is 17. He's turning 18 in a matter of in January. And I kind of started to teach him, hey, this is MNQ, this is ES, this is MGC, how the tick value works. Yeah, it's a comprehensive piece of software that we have written. But the idea is to understand it. And trust me, it's all repetitive. I didn't create any of this. It's all math. All I did was just put it together. So math is, so a relative strength index, it's a mathematical concept. I didn't create anything. Support and resistance is a math concept. Divergence is a math concept. What else? Trends is a math concept. It looks at order flow. So all of these things we said, what does a new trader need? So for example, you have any trading experience or no? Zero, right? A person says, all right, I want to get into trading. Where do I begin? So your journey would be into this universe it's a vast universe. I have to start you somewhere, right? So we pick a product called futures. We don't touch options for new trader. We don't touch crypto. We don't touch stock. We don't touch any of that. So within futures, we're like, all right, this person needs to learn 7 or 8, 10 things. If you were to learn it on TradingView, on YouTube, give yourself 6 months. It's easy. Yes, you can draw those lines of support and resistance and higher highs and lower lows and divergence. And at the beginning, we want to get you going, right? And then we feed you the next thing. All right, what is RSI stands for? What is this stands for? All of those things we kind of teach you. And give yourself, even though you trade or not, open it up every morning. We have commentary happening from 9 a.m. Eastern, actually 9:30 a.m. Eastern to 1 p.m. Eastern daily. I'm engaged with you. I'm doing the live commentary. You can ask me questions on WhatsApp. Hey, Rafay, tell me about why is ES doing certain things, or when is ES. So I will be watching ES and Nasdaq every day. And I don't do gold. Gold, we just give you these numbers. Russell, Dow, Crude, because one of the largest index in the world is S&P. And then you have Nasdaq. Stocks, we don't do individual, but idea is to make sure you get a understanding. Once you get it, then we'll teach you how to go into funded account. And I have people who got 10 funded accounts, and then they could put a copier through it. So the struggle is really 60 days, 90 days. And then you're like, I understand what a threshold is. I understand what my account got liquidated. I understand what, so slowly you build on that knowledge. And for the rest of your life, I don't care minus 90 or plus 90. This is simple. You turn on, you're like, all right, areas are there, I go, I buy and sell, and so.
So there are 2 companies, one is SuperArea and one is W something?
Okay, Well Lifetime is the, right? They've been here 15 years. SuperArea is the algorithm name. So, and this company is called Limitless Wealth Enterprise. So SuperArea is just a license monthly. So it's a licensed company of the software, and SuperArea is just a bridge between it, right? So that's how it works. If you ever want to go there, you just gotta pay that to buy the software. And then after 4 months, you will have to pay the subscription fee of the areas, right? So.
And that's where you trade, right?
Yeah, I just sit there. Like I used to trade here, now I trade. But my trading style is completely different than Happy. He does a bit more aggressive trading. He knows Nasdaq with the pulse going in. So that's why we have, like, again, 13 mentors who trade differently. And but every Saturday we kind of have these discussions here to see how it goes.
You also trade at 9:30, right?
I open, okay, it's not something that I open it, start trading right away. So I look at my ritual is I come in. If you see my live stream opening, I will turn on the 2 TVs. I'll turn on the monitors. I will look at what was Nasdaq last night and what is ES last night. Then we have highs and lows. All right, so I would write on the piece of paper on the Google sheet for you guys that, okay, Nasdaq went last night as high as this number, at low, which becomes your R1S1. And then I'm like, what is the current price right now? So I will then say, okay, I'm going to go short from this number. I'm going to go long from this number. And then Daniel does his 2-minute brief. He will give you I have some people who don't trade Fridays, who say, you know what, Friday I'm not going to trade because options expire. Market is too volatile. So because you will see these patterns only happen on Fridays mostly. Because for first Friday of the month, second Friday, third Friday, when you have Fridays coming, Fridays are critical because majority of the options are expiring on Friday. So that day, people say, I don't want to touch futures on a Fridays, right? So, but generally, if you have no high impact news, you have no CPI, PPI, unemployment situation report, or you don't have interest rate or earnings, generally the market is smooth. Even for ES and Nasdaq, it's just the last week, things were ridiculous based on the elections, and Tesla took it up, and then everything came down crashing, right? So any questions meanwhile? Any question, guys, online before we wrap this up and kind of call it a day for short crowd? And cool, I guess. All right, guys. See you guys next Saturday. So we'll just wrap it up today. 2 hour, 40 minutes is, again, if you have any questions, you can, I leave my cell number. You can text me and we'll get you started on Super Area 647-228-0694 or SuperAreas.com.
That Excel sheet that you showed earlier, is that only for the red light?
No, you can send me send me your email and then I'll share with you. Okay.
I thought it was for red light.
No, everybody gets it.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe I don't have the right number.
So 647-228-0694.
0694, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I texted.
Okay, I'll double check.
Trading flows on it.